In this video, we'll see how to simplify expressions. So in our example here, I have an expression 4a minus 6b plus 2a minus 10. I want to first define what a like term is. A like term are terms with the same variable raised to the same power. So for instance, if I had 2m and negative 5m, they would be like terms, same variable raised to the same power. But if it was 2m squared and negative 5m to the third, these would not be like terms because they have different powers. Likewise, like 6m and 12a, unlike terms because they both have different variables. Okay, so I look at this expression. My like terms are 4a, and that's a 2a. Those are like terms, same variable. I also have like terms. I have this negative 6b. It's negative because I have the subtraction sign in front of it. Because subtracting, right, and adding a negative mean the same thing. And then I've got a positive 1b. Even though I don't see the 1 there, we have the understood 1. Those are like terms. And finally, I've got my constant, or negative 10. Right? It's a term all by itself there. So when I want to simplify expressions, I will use the distributive property if necessary. I'll identify like terms by circling, squaring them with the sign that is in front of them. That is extremely important. It will help you be more accurate. I want to add and subtract the coefficients and constants depending on what those signs are. And the variables don't change. So if I have 2a plus 3a, it is not going to be 5a squared, right? It's just going to be 5a. Let's take a look at some sample problems here. All right, so I have 4a plus 2a. So I am going to circle my like terms here, and then I'll put little squares around my other like terms, negative 6b, positive 1b. Throw that 1 in there so I don't get confused. And then another symbol around my constant, negative 10. So first I am going to combine my like terms. I'm going to add 4a plus 2a. It's a plus sign in front of the 2a. So 4a plus 2a, and that is a 6a. Then I have negative 6b plus 1b. Well, negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. So it's going to be minus 5b. It's a negative 5b, so I'm going to write the subtraction sign. And negative 10, the constant, doesn't have any terms that are like with it here, so I'm just going to leave that the same. So that expression that had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms in it can be simplified down to 3 terms. This next example, I want to use the distributive property first, and then I'll combine like terms. Got to be careful with the distributive property here. There's that minus sign in front of the 6, so that's a negative 6 that you're multiplying both of these terms by. So I'm going to get 5w. Negative 6 times 4w is negative 24w, so I'll write minus 24w. Negative 6 times a negative 2 is a positive 12, so I'm going to add 12, and then minus 10w. Okay, I want to circle and square my like terms, so I got a positive 5w, I've got a negative 24w, I've got a negative 10w, and then my constant all by itself here. So 5w minus 24w is negative 19w, minus 10w is negative 29w, and then my constant stays the same there, plus 12. If there was another constant, then I would have to add or subtract with that constant. Okay, here are 3 problems for you to practice on your own. When you're, so hit pause, and when you finish, hit play, and we'll go through the examples together. Okay, so let's take a look here. I'm going to circle my like terms. 4g, that's a negative 7g. I have a negative 2 as a constant and a positive 8 as a constant. So when I combine my like terms, 4g minus 7g is negative 3g. Negative 2 plus 8, that's a positive 6. So I'm going to write plus 6. In this next example, I need to use the distributive property. So carry down my 15, my plus sign. 2 times 7b that's a positive 14b. And 2 times a positive 5 is a positive 10. I want to circle my like terms here, right? Only the constants are like with each other. Positive 15, positive 10. So I get 14b. 15 plus 10 is 25. It's a positive, so I put the plus sign here. 14b plus 25. And in this final example, I want to be sure to distribute first. So 8 times 2n, and then the 8 times 7, that's a negative 5 here. Right, so I want to do negative 5 times 6, negative 5 times 3n. 8 times 2n is 16n. 8 times 7 is 56. It's a positive 56, so I put the plus sign. Carry down my negative 18n. Negative 5 times 6 is negative 30, so I'm going to write minus 30. And negative 5 times 3n is negative 15n. And to identify like terms, I've got a positive 16n, a negative 18n, a negative 15n, and I also have a positive 56 and a negative 30. 16n minus 18n is negative 2n. Then if I have negative 2n minus 15n, that's negative 17n. And then for my constants, positive 56 minus 30, right? That is just going to be a positive 26. So I put my plus sign there. And that's how we simplify expressions.